It was really exciting. I mean, definitely nerves were like, you know, we had a lot of adrenaline, but it landed. It was a very solid show. You know, it just felt like it was time to do it. I've been wanting to get back into theater for some time. I mean, it's definitely a big part of who I am. It reminds me of being younger, it reminds me of my childhood, it reminds me of my formative years, and I missed theater people. I missed working in a team together to put something on for an audience. And I actually don't even know how this came up. I think it was like I went to go see it in London and we started talking with the people that put it together, and it just became a open, ongoing conversation. And it was like, okay, what about New York? And I thought that would be amazing. Yeah, this role feels like it's in my wheelhouse. I mean, it's always been on like the short list of parts I would love to play. I feel like there's so much room for interpretation with him, and he's so sort of enigmatic and abstract. You know, and Eddie was a big part of that. Eddie Redmayne created this role in this production and created this sort of puppet master energy. And so I've definitely, you know, been impressed by that and taken that with me, and that is a big part of what I'm doing here. And then I sort of put in my own ridiculous, camp, queer, flamboyant energy as much as I possibly could. I brought a little of my lived experience to the part. I've definitely, you know, been at a lot of parties. Back when I was like in my early 20s, I traveled to Germany actually to do another musical called Hair. But I lived in Berlin for about like 6 months. And that was such a formative time for me, and I saw some things in nightlife that I had never seen before. Berlin was very wild. It still is, but in 2003, I think it was, I was seeing things there that I did not see in the United States. And I guess in a way it's kind of a love letter to that experience as well, kind of taking the audience down this sort of little naughty, secretive little path. I like it. You know, I just had such a good time. I mean, I got to like sing all this great music. I got to meet great people. I think just that adrenaline rush of being on television in front of that many millions of people was definitely something new that I had never experienced before. And I think for me, that kind of made me realize, you know what, I can do a lot more than I thought that I could do. You know, it gave me confidence. This is a full-time job. I mean, the thing about theater, and to anybody that wants to come experience it and buy a ticket, the thing you have to realize is that everybody on stage does this because they love it. We're not doing it to, you know, to get rich. We're not doing it because it's easy and just a fun old time. It's a lot of work, 8 shows a week, you know, for these audiences, but you're seeing on stage like a group of people that love what they do. But it is all consuming. I mean, it is your life. So I have not gotten into the studio since I've started this. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm finding the groove. I've been in it for about a month now. I feel like I'm starting to get the routine of it. Still not totally down. I'm still like, you know, on my days off, I'm like, I can't get out of bed. I just want to sleep. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I have a couple things sort of like on the pot, like slowly, you know, coming to a simmer. They're not at a boil yet, so I'll let you know. There's some things in the works. We're spicing the stew. I mean, there's paprika and cilantro and tarragon. I don't know. There's like all the spices are going in the stew, so we're trying to keep things interesting. My thing is that I always just love what's the next project. I love it. I just did The Voice in Australia, and I was on tour with Queen the year before that, and I like staying busy and I like changing it up and keeping it interesting. I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it. Let me think on that. That's a really good question, but I feel like I have to like be responsible with the answer.
Yeah, because there's lots of iconic people who have before you.
Yeah, I mean, I have Mason Alexander Park, who I've seen perform some of these songs online, is amazing, and played it in London.
Did you watch the Schitt's Creek version of Cabaret?
I did. Actually, Daniel Levy could play this part. He would be great. He'd be really great. I don't know what his singing is like. I don't know if he can sing, but he's funny. He's definitely funny.